All right, so there's Sleuth. So if you obtain this program from another user and find it entertaining, a $10 contribution is suggested. Eric and Miller, Norland Software. This program, you are encouraged to copy and share this program with others. So this is, I guess, a shareware game. It's more like a freeware game with a suggested donation. So that's interesting. So let's see what we can find about this game. So Sleuth is a text-based game with graphics. In this murder mystery, whodunit, you will have to figure out 3 things. Which of the 7 guests committed the murder? Which room was the murder scene? What was the murder weapon? So like I said, it's kind of a clue, but that's as an adventure game. You can do it in 2 different flavors. You can do it as basic Sleuth, where all character names are generated randomly, or you can do personalized Sleuth, where you can create personalized characters, giving them a first and last name. When the game starts, you start wandering around the house, examining all rooms and their objects. You will need to question all guests, trying to figure out how to solve this crime puzzle. You must find the murder weapon and get all the guests together at the exact murder scene. Next step is to confront the murderer. But beware, you need to solve this murder puzzle within a certain time, because otherwise the murderer will get annoyed and your gumshoe actions will eventually sneak up on you and eliminate you. And yes, this game was made in LA. There doesn't seem to be any sort of manual or anything like that to this game that I can tell. So I mean, the software was encouraged to be shared, so I imagine that there's no software to it, or no manual to it, like any printed stuff. So I think you were encouraged to copy this program and give it to as many people as you want. So this game is free, and you can probably download this and play it yourself. In fact, there might be a is there a link to download this game? Yes, there is a link to download the game in the on my website, and it is marked as freeware. I don't know if you could send $10 to that address now or not. Would it work? I don't know. I don't know what kind of sounds we're going to get out of this game either. Oh, we have instructions. Or maybe we don't have instructions. That quit the game. I hit C and it quit the game. Okay, that was weird. Here we go. It's an issue with the download. Ah, I see. Is it like a text file or something like that? Oh, it doesn't include the instruction file. Ah, okay. Well, that would be the problem. Okay, well, Vanessa Shore was brutally murdered only hours ago. Oh, we better start the timer. Vanessa Shore was brutally murdered only hours ago. The body was removed by persons unknown from the murder scene. You are now standing at the front door of the estate. The door is open. Okay. So we use the arrow keys to move. I see. These stairs lead up the west wall. The steps are made of marble slabs. You are walking through the west hall. The walls are papered in a tasteful floral design. This door leads into the parlor. You have entered the parlor. A large sofa sits in the middle of the room. You can see the front lawn through the window. An antique silver teapot sits on a table next to the sofa.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Dang it! My Echo decided it was going to say stuff for some reason. It's an attention-seeking device. John DeLevy is lying on the sofa in the middle of the room. Seriously? Okay. Oh, talk to John. Talk. Speak. Speak. John. Question. John. Oh, here we go. John replies distractedly. I spent the entire evening alone in the dining hall, so I guess you're prime suspect. So I guess I'm your prime suspect, Inspector, but I think you're going to find that I don't have any reason to murder Vanessa. I think we're going to need a notebook for this. Yeah, I think we're going to need a notebook for this. And we can do this randomly. We can add people's names to these characters too. So one of them could be like Finkelroy, and one could be Coffees, and one could be Scar Emerald or whatever. But we're gonna stick with the bait. We're gonna stick with the names we've got. Okay. So is that all he tells me? Let's question him again. I've already told you that I spent the entire evening alone in the dining hall. I can't think of anything else to add. Look at teapot. You don't see much of anything unusual about the teapot, but then it's hard to find any incriminating evidence without a magnifying glass. Oh, so we need to find a magnifying glass? Okay. Do. You are standing in a sewing room. Many overstuffed chairs sit in a circle in the center of the room. A reading lamp sits next to one of the chairs. Carlotta Winston is napping. Question. Oh, we actually have to move over there. Okay. Question. Carlotta turns to face you and whispers, Harriet and I spent the entire evening together in the ballroom. Okay, this is interesting because so if we question Harriet, she should say the same thing. Kalita was with Harriet in the ballroom. Ballroom with the wrench. I'm sure I can't help you with your investigation. You might want to check with John, though. There's one person who had everything to gain from her untimely demise. What? Why? Why, may I ask you? Because I just talked to John, and he said he wouldn't benefit from it at all. So why are you telling me that he would? That doesn't make sense. Okay. He's getting annoyed with me now. Alright, let's go in this room. You are in the master bedroom. A Scandinavian bed dominates the room. A tweak dresser spans the west wall. A backgammon set sits gathering dust in one corner of the room. Open dresser. Okay. Look at dresser. The dresser is quite modern. I don't think we can open it. Okay, let's go in this room. The vault. You're standing in the family vault. A large safe is pushed against the back wall. A roll-top desk sits next to the safe. A magnifying glass is laying on the floor. Okay, take glass. You're now carrying the magnifying glass. Nice. Look at safe. The safe is securely locked. Look at desk. There's nothing that's any of your business on the desk. All right. Well, let's look at the teapot now. Look at teapot. The teapot appears to be empty. Examine teapot. Okay, we can't do anything about that. Okay, what's in here? A reading lamp. Examine lamp. The electrical cord is badly frayed. It looks dangerous. Okay. Okay, the electrical cord is frayed. It looks dangerous. Okay, that's good to know. All right, let's come over here and check this out. You have entered the ballroom. The room is bare except for a bandstand at the west end of the room. A crystal chandelier hangs overhead. A broken violin. A broken violin? That's interesting. Examine violin. The violin appears to have been a Stradivarius. Well, that's a very, very expensive violin. Take violin. It's not the murder weapon, so there's not much point in taking it. Okay. Question. Margaret doesn't respond to your question. Margaret looks up from the floor and says, I spent the entire evening with William. Okay. With William. In the kitchen. As you can see, I have the perfect alibi. And if you ask me, the only likely murderer in this house is this sniveling sycophant John. That's the second person who has said John is probably the killer. That's interesting. That's the second person to say that. Uh-oh. The murderer has grown suspicious of my investigation. Oh no, here's Margaret. Wait. Wasn't Margaret in the other room? Is this a different Margaret? A hot tub occupies one corner of the room. A large mirror covers the east wall. Let's examine mirror. You see yourself in the mirror. Question. Oh, no, she moved, apparently. She was in one room, and now she's in this room. Okay. I guess she moved. You've entered the butler's bedroom. The room is decorated with a simple but tasteful manner. The furniture is rather worn. A marble bookend sits on one of the shelves against the north wall. Examine bookend. Okay, I don't like... The room is decorated, but... Examine bookend. The bookend is quite heavy. Take bookend. Apparently it's not the murder weapon. Okay, let's check this one out. This is the kitchen. The room is equipped to handle large cooking tasks. This family seems to place great importance on fine cuisine. A jar of preserves is balanced precariously on one of the shelves. Examine jar. These seem to be orange preserves imported from Britain. Really? Why would you import orange preserves from Britain? Oh, can we go up? Can we go past this? We cannot. Can we go outside? Oh. The stairs lead up. Question. William draws you closer and says, Margaret and I spent the entire evening together in the kitchen, so I guess I really don't have any information to help you with your investigation. Well, that checks out. So they both said they were in the kitchen together, so that checks out right there. All right. You do know, however, that John had some type of argument with Vanessa just yesterday. Okay, another one. John argued with Vanessa. Man, I don't know. I feel like John did it. Okay, so this one's going to lead upstairs. Wait, no it doesn't. No, wait. No, I guess it doesn't. Where is the other suspect? Or where is, we haven't seen Harriet yet. Where's Harriet? Oh, look at examine vase. It is quite heavy. I think we might need to look up instructions for this game because I'm not quite sure what we're supposed to be doing. What if we type help? Oh, here we go.
Is this a text-based game?
Well, it's obviously got some basic graphics. To move around the house, use the 4 arrow keys. Objects can be examined and taken. You can question people or ask them for an alibi. When you have solved the crime, pick up the murder weapon, move to the murder room, assemble the suspects, and accuse the guilty party. Good luck. Okay. So this is basically Clue. Yeah,
I like Clue.
It's got a shattered bottle of shampoo. Look at bottle. Take bottle. It's apparent. Wait, who's in here now? Margaret responds. Oh, yeah. Shattered bottle. A large mirror. She's relaxing in the hot tub, apparently. Let's examine the hot tub. You don't have any spare time to spend searching at the hot tub. John is spying on me from under the bandstand.
What a creep.
I think he's the murderer. But I need to figure out what room the murder happened in, and I need to figure out the murder weapon. And I also haven't found Harriet. And apparently the murderer is now stalking me. So that's fantastic. Uh-oh. Daryl Winston quietly locks the door behind you as you enter the master bedroom. Let me satisfy your curiosity, Inspector. I killed Vanessa in the sewing room with the wooden mallet, and now I intend to dispose of you, Inspector. Goodbye. Alright, we died.
Why'd you die?
We took too long. We took too long, and Daryl, who we never actually ever talked to, killed us.
Sucks
Boo.
to suck.
It sucks to suck, indeed. Alright, can we restart? Okay, there we go. What if we hit personalized? Oh, so we can give people names. Cool. We're not going to do that. We're just going to play it. We're just going to play regular one. I think there's 7 total people. All right. So this time, William was murdered. The body was removed from by persons unknown from the murder scene. We're standing at the front door. The door is open. Okay. So now we're going to have to Harriet. Here's Harriet. Let's talk to Harriet. Harriet turns away from you and murmurs, Vanessa and I spent the entire evening together in the kitchen. Okay. And I lost my pen for a second. So Harriet was with Vanessa. This time Vanessa is not dead. In kitchen. Alright. So if she can verify that alibi, then we're good. And also she is accusing John again. Last time, everybody was accusing John and John didn't do it. John was just a creep, apparently. Apparently nobody liked John. A simple black phone sits on the table next to the sofa. Okay. Oh, here is Margaret. Let's see what Margaret has to say. Margaret sneers wickedly and replies, John and Margaret spent the evening in the vault, which is where she is right now. And I simply cannot believe that anyone in this house would have had the bad taste to commit murder. Though I sometimes think that Carlotta is capable of almost anything. So Carlotta, we need to figure out stuff about Carlotta. Alright. There's an electric drill. There are holes in the safe. This time there's holes in the safe. Alright, let's look in here. Alright, we got Daryl. Hey, he's the guy who killed us last time. Daryl forces a laugh. Ha ha ha, and replies, I spent the entire evening alone in the parlor. I realize that's not much of an alibi, but you must believe me when I say I have no reason to kill William. No reason at all. Okay, so Daryl says he was in the parlor. Okay. All right. Let's go over here. A paper mache mask has been discarded in an empty corner of the room. We can't find any evidence without a magnifying glass, so we need a magnifying glass. Hey, there it is. We found the magnifying glass. Hey, there's John. Where did he talk to John? We don't need to talk to John again. A pewter cup. Examine cup. It's exquisitely designed. Okay. This is the kitchen. Have we talked to Margaret? We have not talked to Margaret. The room is equipped to handle large cooking tasks. This family seems to blah, blah. The jar preserved is on the shelves. Examine jar. Okay. Again, orange preserves imported from Britain. We're going to question Margaret. We're going to question her again. We're going to question her again. Really? I already talked to you?
Yeah.
I thought I talked to John. man. That's how I wrote it down. It's a dining hall, a long table. A wine flask lies on top of a wet bar. Examine the flask. Well, I spelled flask wrong. It's empty. Can we take it? No, it's not the murder weapon. Okay, let's go over here. Hey, that's Carlotta. Question. She turns and whispers you. Daryl and I spent the entire evening together in the parlor. Okay, we have a discrepancy. Daryl says he was alone in the parlor, and she says she was with Daryl in the parlor. So I think it might be her. Her alibi is not corroborated by Daryl. Daryl said I was alone in the parlor. And she says I was in the parlor with Daryl. So Daryl disagrees with that statement. Okay. That's good to know. So now if we know the so we know that Harriet and Vanessa were in the kitchen. We know that John and Margaret were in the vault. We know that Daryl was in the parlor. So that eliminates 3 rooms where the murder could have happened. So how do we determine the place where the murder happened? Is the next question. So it wouldn't have been the vault, the kitchen, or the parlor. Oh, the murderer has grown suspicious of our investigation. Uh-oh. Is that because she happens to be the murderer? Maybe. Who's this? This is Daryl. Let's talk to Daryl again. Yeah, he says I spent the whole entire evening alone. So, okay. All right, let's we need to find the murder weapon.
I'm gonna go bed.
Let's examine the clock.
Hi guys.
The clock is set to go off at 11:30. Okay. All right. Over here. Examine telephone. Someone has cut the phone line. No way. Let's take the phone. We can't take the phone. Okay, what do we got? We are standing in the sewing room. An iron. Let's examine the iron. The iron is still warm to the touch. It has been used. Someone has been using it recently. Let's take the iron. Nope, it's not the murder weapon either. Okay, what's in here? The drill. A roll top desk. A drill. Let's examine the safe. Examine drill. The drill is thoroughly remarkable. Okay. We know the mask isn't it. Uh-oh, the murderer is now stalking me. That's not good. Oh. Well, we failed again. But we got the murderer right. We were right about the murderer. We just didn't know where it happened. All right. Well, that's good. So we had the murderer correct. I'm guessing it's limited by the number of moves, but I'm not sure. I don't think this would have a timekeeping element, like an actual timekeeping. All right, so we're going to restart again. And also the colors change every time we play, too. All right, let's go in here. We're in the conservatory. We probably should also create a map of this place so we know exactly... Wait, this is different. This is a different house. I just noticed this is a completely different... This is a completely different house. They changed the house, too. The last house, apparently there's multiple different houses that you can be in as well. Yeah, this is a different house. Okay. Wow. So there's a bust. We don't have a magnifying glass, so... well, I'm going to write down a list of potential murder weapons. Oh, here's Maud. Maud Flanders. Maybe I should name all the characters after The Simpsons. You have entered the living room. The large divan sits in the middle of the room. Many oversized chairs. Blah, 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 blah. An hourglass. Let's question Maud. Hey, Maud. Earl and I. Okay, Earl and Maud. We're in the dining room. All right. Got it. Earl and Maud in the dining room with the something. I also realized that I forgot to change the stream category to retro because we're still streaming under Batman, I think, which is clearly wrong. So let's do that real quick. There we go. And I also need to change the game name to Sleuth. There we go. Done. Okay. What else is in here? I forget. There's an hourglass. Okay, so it looks like the murder weapons change every time as well. So those are random as well. Okay. A wooden pepper mill. Okay. Pepper mill. And what we got here? A kitchen, large butcher block, a frozen quail. A frozen quail. I think I did. I think I played ZZT. Interestingly enough, I was looking at ZZT, and ZZT and what was the other one? There's another game that was very similar to it. There was one where you can... What was the one where you can make your own, like... Basically, you can make your own game. Cross, that's what it was. Yeah. David shrugs and says, Gerald and I... David and Gerald. Gerald. We're in the bedroom. Okay, okay. Bedroom. All right, we're going to go up the stairs. Okay. A well-appointed study. Many papers are strewn about. Unlike the other rooms in the house, the study appears to be very lived in. A granite paperweight. Okay, paperweight. We still haven't found the magnifying glass. Wait. Sits on top of some papers on the desk. All right, nobody there. All right, here's Esther. Here's Esther, and there's a jewel box. Let's question Esther. See what she has to say. Esther turns to face you and whispers, I spent the entire evening with Maud in the kitchen. Maud said she was with Earl. Maud says she was with Earl. That's weird and suspicious. I think Esther might be the murderer. Her alibi doesn't check out. She claims to have been with Maud, but Maud said she was with Earl. So I doubt it. I doubt your alibi, I think, is wrong. All right, we need a magnifying glass. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and there's 10 rooms. There's 10 rooms that we need to deal with. Who's this? This is Gerald. Gerald should confirm that he was with David. Yes, he did. He confirmed he was with David. In the bedroom. Okay. So we've only found 4 people so far. Well, here's Earl. Let's talk to her, Earl. Okay. He says he spent the entire evening with Maud. So Esther is the murderer. We know that Esther's the murderer, but how do we... Oh, we can examine stuff now. Examine lamp. We have the murder weapon. We have the murder weapon. Now we just need to figure out where it happened. How are we supposed to figure out where it happened? Well, we know it wasn't the dining room, and we know it wasn't the bedroom. Those are the only 2 places that are eliminated because they both have alibis. So how are we supposed to know where the murder happened? Yeah, in this game it is. I think this happened like before any sort of, DNA evidence. All you needed was somebody who didn't have an alibi. If somebody lied, then they were automatically the murderer. That's how crime worked. The murder room mechanic is poorly implemented. I mean, my only thought is that we need to figure out where this lamp was from. Library? Could be. All right, we're going to assemble them here. Assemble. All right, all the suspects are gathered here in the library to hear your accusation. The door is now locked. We're going to accuse Esther. Oh, it happened in the conservatory. Yes, you fool. Yes, I used the oil lamp to get rid of Victoria, but I did it in this conservatory, not here in the library, you dumbass. Oh, so I guess we lost. Oh, there's only 6 suspects. Okay, well that changes things a bit. Yes, I confess to the murder, but I did it in a different room. So therefore, also back in the day, if you made an accusation of murder, you actually had to be in the room where the murder happened. And if you weren't in the room where the murder happened, the accusation was invalid, and you were shot. I think that's how things worked back then. Okay, so this is a step past what we've gotten before. I don't know how we were supposed to know that it happened in the conservatory. Maybe we see signs of a struggle, because we've seen broken things before. Maybe we need to see stuff that's broken, or something where something was amiss. Like in one room we saw in one we saw a broken violin. In one we saw the safe was messed with. Although that doesn't make sense because we knew people were in the vault at the time, so it wouldn't have happened in that room. All right, let's restart again. So our goal is to succeed at this in this game of. So in the conservatory, a baby grand piano sits in the middle in a silk rug, a marble bust. Okay, that's normal. Living room, bronze statuette. Okay. Okay, here is Edward. Let's talk to Edward. What do you have to say, Edward? I spent the entire evening with Earl in the living room. So Edward was with Earl in the living room. Okay. Okay, Edward. Oh, here's Gerald. Let's question Gerald. Gerald says Maud and him spent the entire evening together in the dining room. Maud and Gerald in the dining room. Okay. And who's anybody in here? Nope. But there is a can of whatever that is. I have no idea what that is. Okay, up the stairs we go. Into this room. Oh, here is Maud. Okay. What do you have to say, Maud? Okay, what do you have to say, Maud? Spent the entire evening with Gerald. So that alibi checks out. Her alibi checks out. Okay. We have a marble egg. Oh, here is Victoria. Let's question Victoria. She spent the entire evening alone in the study. You have no alibi. But hey. If someone, I assume somebody's gonna lie. Oh, here's Earl. Earl says he spent the entire evening with Edward. Well, that checks out too. Who haven't we talked to yet? We haven't talked to one person, and I don't know, and I think it's probably the murderer. Oh, it's David Malone. David Malone is the one we haven't talked to. Oh no! Oh no! We died again. Man, you don't have a whole lot of time here. Whew! Wait, we just questioned David and he was like, I am the murderer and I'm gonna kill you. So this time he did it in the kitchen with the marble egg. Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna bring up a notepad for this because I'm using up a lot of paper. So I've been keeping my notes on paper, and now we're gonna do it in a notepad window. All right, let's restart. Let's do it again. Oh, we got the first house. We got the first house. So I think we know the layout of the house. So this is the first house. So we got a telephone. And this is the parlor. A steel needlepoint frame lies innocently on one of the chairs. I like how we can't see blood unless we have a magnifying glass. Like, getting a magnifying glass is a requirement in this game. We haven't seen a person yet. Oh, here we go. Here's William. Let's question William. Hey, William. It's no business of yours. Oh, yeah? Well, tell me where you were. You, William, and William plus Harriet in the dining hall. All right, we got that. I would have done it myself if I had the chance. So don't expect any help from me, Inspector. That's what he says. And here we go. Here's Vanessa. Question. John and I spent the entire evening together in the master bedroom. Oh, really? John and Vanessa equals master bedroom. All right. Oh, we got the magnifying glass. All right. So we have the magnifying glass. There's nothing in here. Hey, Ambrosine. Thank you for the 5-month resub. I hope that you are doing well. We're trying to unravel this case of the murdering murderer. A broken flower pot. Let's examine that. Ugh. It's not the murder weapon. Oh, here's Vanessa. Vanessa was supposedly with John in the master bedroom doing something. They were doing something. I don't know what, but something. I've already told you. Wait, you did? You did tell me that? Really? Well, why did you move over here? Stay put. Look at cup. Examine cup. Examine cup. Okay. People don't stay put in this game either. Examine pot. There's blood on the pot! Oh no! We have a murder weapon. Take pot. Now we need to figure out who did it. And where. I still don't know how to figure out where. We'll look for something in disarray. Harriet, were you in the dining hall? Well, you're in the dining hall now. Question. She ignores me. All right, we'll question you again. We'll question you again. I spent the entire evening alone in the dining hall. Well. William lied to me like a jerk. But I don't know where he did it. I think we're going to have to look for some room that's in disarray. Uh-oh. Here we go. Right here. We're going to accuse right here. We're going to accuse right here because there's a broken flower pot. We're going to assume the flower pot broke in the impending struggle, and that William did it. Oh, we have to assemble. All right, we're all locked in a room, and now we're gonna accuse William. Oh, he did it in the parlor. Man. Well, we got the right person. We got the murder weapon. He did it in the parlor. Well, we just need to figure out the room. Yeah, very close. I thought the broken flower pot might have been the thing that, so what was in the parlor? Was there a clue in the parlor? I don't know. So we're gonna restart again. Basic. Okay, we got the second house layout now. Okay, we have entered the living room. A candy dish. Let's question Victoria. Victoria says she spent the entire evening with Earl. Victoria plus Earl equal study. Okay. Okay, and here we got Esther. Question. Edward and I spent the entire evening in the conservatory. Okay. Esther plus Edward equals conserve. Okay. All right. Got that. Let's check this room out. No one's in here. A jar of caviar sits on the top shelf. We got the magnifying glass. I think this potentially is where the murder happened, but I don't know. Gerald. Suck with you, Gerald. Where were you? You were with Earl. You were with Earl, you say? Well, I heard Victoria was with Earl in the study. So one of you is lying. If this weren't completely random, I would probably accuse Victoria. Oh, we're gonna examine the mug. Examine the mug. Okay, it's not the murder weapon. Examine the egg. It's not the murder weapon. Examine the dictionary. Oh! Found the murder weapon. Found the murder weapon. And the murderer is, I think, either Victoria or Gerald. We just need to find Earl and get Earl's side of the story to figure out who it is. Well, there's Gerald. I mean, at this point, we have a 50-50 shot of being correct on who it is. Hey, there's Earl. Okay, well, Victoria is the murderer. Victoria says you were with her in the study, and you weren't. Okay, we're still not... Oh, the murderer is now getting suspicious. Let's examine the dish. I think I'm gonna go to the dining room and assemble them there and accuse wait, yeah, I do. Oh, I never took it. Oh, poo. I never actually took the murder weapon. Oh, no. Where was it? Here? Oh, man. I think the murderer's here. Okay. Assemble. I'm gonna guess. Okay, we're gonna accuse Victoria. Oh, she did it in the kitchen. Not in the dining room. Ah! So, in one game, we had the phone line cut. Yeah, I haven't figured out how we get the location correct. I think we need to do more examining. I think we need to do maybe more examining. So she did it in the kitchen this time, not in the dining room. Okay. I thought it might be in the dining room because there's nothing in here, but I guess that doesn't really make sense because if there was, she may have taken something out of here and moved it to another room and then did the killing in here. I think I need to pay attention to each room and then figure out what was different about the killing room. Okay. So we're gonna take an inventory of everything. Okay, so in here we have a overstuffed chairs. We have an iron which sits on the table in the center of the room. So this is a sewing room. Sewing room with iron. Okay, which makes sense. Sewing room iron. And then we have Daryl, says he was with Vanessa, plus Daryl in the ballroom. Okay. Here we have we're in a parlor. It looks like rooms contain different things as well. So this one sometimes contains a phone, and this time it does contain a phone. So right now it contains a snifter on the coffee table, but not a phone. There's nobody in here. We're going to go into the vault. There's nobody in here. There's a hammer. There are many dents on the front of the safe. Okay. a backgammon set. So this is the master bedroom. Which contains backgammon set. All right, cool. You love this game, Ambrosine? I heard you say that a while ago. It's an interesting game. It's definitely is replayable. It's like a randomly generated mystery. We have a paper mache mask. That seems kind of... That doesn't seem like you could use it as a murder weapon. Ballroom mask. But we do have a Vanessa here, and she can verify the alibi of Daryl. Question. Daryl and I spent the entire evening in the ballroom. All right. Verified. The location is definitely the hardest thing. Okay, we have a broken flower pot. Here we got another broken flower pot. We're in the bathroom. You know, I think it's interesting when games actually have bathrooms, because that's like the one room a lot of games sometimes leave out is a bathroom. So we have a mirror, and we have a flower pot. Which is broken. Okay, and we can question Margaret. Question. Margaret says that William and I spent the William plus Margaret equals master bedroom. Okay. We still haven't found the magnifying glass. Okay, this is the butler's bedroom. That would be the B bedroom. And this would be a bookend. Okay, then we have the kitchen, which has a jar. Not a car, a jar. And then we have only found 2 people, I think. No, we found 3 people out of the 6. This game would be so short without the RNG. Yeah, it would be. This is the dining hall, a large tweak table, a magnifying glass. Well, we finally found the magnifying glass. But there's nothing in here. So the dining hall had nothing. Dining hall equals nothing. Okay, so we have the sewing room had an iron, the parlor had a snifter, the vault had a hammer, the master bedroom had a backgammon set, the ballroom had a mask, the bathroom had a mirror and a flower pot, the bedroom had a bookend, and the kitchen had a jar, and the dining hall has nothing. We might get done tonight. It depends on if we get lucky, I guess. If I can figure out the room mechanic, we'll probably get done with this game. But I don't know the room mechanic. I don't know who did it in this one. Oh, here's Margaret. Margaret can verify. Wait, we already talked to her, didn't we? Yeah, we already talked to Margaret. We don't need to talk to her again. Examine mirror. Examine flower pot. Okay. Vanessa. We've already talked to Vanessa. Examine mask. Nope. Examine set. Examine set. I think we're gonna... Oh! Harriet's in here. Examine hammer. Oh! Take the hammer. Question. I spent the entire evening alone in the parlor. Now, I suppose that looks bad to me, doesn't it? But you have to believe I could never have hurt anyone, and I certainly couldn't have killed John. So, Harriet was in the parlor. I believe, usually when somebody says they were in a place by themselves, it seems like that is... Did we take the hammer? Take hammer. You already are carrying the murder weapon, so there's not much point in taking anything else. Okay. Alright, so parlor, master bedroom, and the ballroom are probably off limits as far as places. As far as who did it, I don't know. Who's the one person we haven't talked to? It could be Maud. I think it's the one person we haven't talked to yet. It wasn't the ballroom. Vanessa is always in here, so I think if we go in here, we will never be murdered, but we're now being stalked. I think we cannot die in here, so we'll just do this. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. So, because the murderer is stalking us and Vanessa is not the murderer, we're fine. I think as soon as we enter an empty room, we'll die. So, that's interesting. Oh no! I guess I was wrong. Hey, here's Daryl. Have we talked to Daryl before? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we talked to Daryl. And Vanessa moved back over here? Alright, we have the murder weapon of hammer. I don't think I want to go in there. Oh, it wasn't. We know it wasn't in the master bedroom. Ah, who was that? Who was that? Who was that? Who was that? I don't know who the murderer was. I actually don't know who did it. Where is everybody? Where is everybody? There's nobody here. Hey, there's William. Let's question William. Okay, so William and Margaret check out. Vanessa and Daryl check out. Harriet checks out. We're missing somebody and we don't know who they are. We don't know who we're missing. It's whoever isn't accounted for is the person who is the murderer. Oh, does it? I can't find the manual. Or I don't have the instructions. Let's see if we can find the instructions. Which is weird because the let's open the game folder. No. Oh, does it? Okay. It's weird that most of the games that I have all the files. This is not I might have to okay, so Sleuth. Okay, it does not have the instructions. That's a README file. Okay. The README file does not have what I want in it. Yeah, it'll work with links. Oh, here we go. So this one actually has the text file that we need to get the instructions. I mean, oh, manual. Okay. And sleuth.doc. Okay. Press A to play, press B to see to review instructions. Note it uses files on the game disk throughout the game. Finding the scene of the murder tends to be somewhat difficult since it is rarely possible to examine every inch of the house with your magnifying glass. Fortunately for you, one of the keen-eyed guests will probably notice something amiss at some point during the game. To discover the murder room, you must pay close attention to the behavior of the guests. Okay. Alright, so apparently a guest will point it out. Alright. Interesting. I haven't been paying enough attention. I don't even know, I can't even find the guy who did well, I should say the person who did it, because I don't know who it is. Here's Margaret. We've already talked to you, Margaret. Here's Vanessa. I can't believe... Oh, there we go. Now we're dead. Now we're dead. Okay, it was the one person who we hadn't talked to. So apparently it has nothing to do with what's in a room. It has to do with somebody noticing something, I guess. Yeah, I got it. So we can examine, followed by the name, allows you to look more closely, prompts the person standing next to you to provide an alibi. Get allows you to take an object. Drop allows you to get rid of an object you're carrying. I don't know why we'd want to do that. Guests provide we can provide a list of guests. If we type guests... Oh. We can get a list of guests. Well, that would be nice. So if you type guests, we know who they all are. Oh. Well, that's nice. Manuals are useful. I like manuals. Here's okay. So she says Vanessa and I. Whoop. Oh yeah. Vanessa and I.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
Hey, Kilobyte Keith, how is it going? Thank you for that raid. And hi, everybody. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you had a fantastic stream. We are playing Sleuth, which is a clue-like game where we basically are trying to solve a murder. And you're playing Stardew Valley. I put a lot of time into that game. I hope it went well. I hope you didn't die in the mines or anything like that. But welcome everybody to Adventures in Gaming, adventure number 117, where we're taking a look at, we're trying to finish the retro game made in 1983 and is free if you wanted to play it yourself. Game called Sleuth. Well, here's Vanessa, so we can ask her we can ask her about the alibi. Oh, here we go. We found the murder already. Carlotta's the murderer. We already know who the murderer is. Okay, so the objects in the room apparently don't mean anything. But we do need a magnifying glass. So we're just going to go into the rooms and try and find a magnifying glass. Oh, here it is. Take glass. Question. Okay, I spent the entire evening with John in the butler's room, and I must say, we were both mortified to hear of Margaret's death. Everyone was getting along so well. I just can't imagine who have wanted to see Margaret dead. I mean, I don't really need to keep track of anybody's alibis. We already know who did it. I just want to know if any of them know what room it was done in. Okay, here's Daryl. Whoops. We have to examine everything, though. I spent the entire evening with William in the master bedroom. Now you really ought to be running along, Inspector. Though I must admit, I've enjoyed our little chat. It's amusing, the lengths we must go to for a little excitement in this house. It is quite amusing indeed. Okay, let's check this room. Examine flask. The flask is empty. Okay. Oh, here's William. Examine jar. talk or question. Daryl and I spent the entire evening together in the master bedroom. Okay? Now could you please leave and let me get back to my work? This whole affair has interfered awfully with my schedule. Let's question him again. Let's question him again. Okay. I'm still trying to figure out how this room mechanic works. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. People are getting... Somebody's getting suspicious. Let's examine the mirror. I see myself in the mirror. Examine mask. Examine mirror. It's smudged with lipstick. Oh, here's John. Hey, John. What's up? Examine bank. Okay. Question. Harriet and I spent the entire evening together in the butler's room. Now, is that all you wanted to know? I really would like to lie down if you don't mind. All this murder business gives me a splitting headache. Yeah, all this murder business. Examine phone. Oh! Take phone. Take phone. Whoops.
Yoink!
Alright, we still don't know where the murder took place, though. Let's talk to William again. Question. Question. Oh no, we're being stalked. Oh no. Bad stuff. I mean, we're to the point where we might as well accuse. But I don't know. I'm okay. It's my cursor. I was like, there's something behind me over like right here, and I couldn't figure out what it was. It looked like a flashing light, but it's that it's the cursor to the game. I don't know. Ugh. Hey, let's talk to Vanessa again. They spent the entire evening alone in the kitchen. I think there's nothing I can add. Maybe we have to... Do we have to double question them? Maybe we have to double question them. There's John again. He's hiding. Yeah, okay. I gotcha. Oh! Dang it. We died again. Oh, man. Alright, new investigation. Margaret? Plus John in ballroom. So why don't you just run along now and continue this little charade with someone else? Let's question again. She thinks for a moment. I've already told you. Let's question again. Let's question again. Okay. Maybe we just have to keep questioning them. I don't know. Oh, Take glass. Nothing in there. Anything in here? Examine phone. Someone has cut the line. Oh no! Okay. Examine drill. Nothing. Examine clock. Nothing. Here's Carlotta. Question. I spent the entire evening with William in the master bedroom. Oh, really? Why, I didn't even find out about Daryl's death until right before you arrived. Isn't it awful? Who do you think did such a thing? Let's question again. Okay. Alright. I'm just trying to eliminate them. Question them multiple times. Question Vanessa. It's no business of yours. Oh, we have a discrepancy. Here it is. Vanessa now says that she spent time with John in the vault. So John is now in two places at the same time. So we need to find John and figure out where John was. Examine tray. Okay. Examine bookend. We don't care about you, actually. Examine bottle. Oh! Take bottle. We found the murder weapon. Oh, we actually do care about you because you might actually... Oh no, we've already questioned you, apparently. Oh, here's Harriet. We haven't questioned you at all yet. Question. Okay, Harriet turns swiftly and answers, I spent the entire evening alone in the ballroom. Wait, what? Okay, well, we now know it was Margaret. Because Margaret, she said she was with John in the ballroom. So she clearly couldn't have been in the ballroom if Harriet was in the ballroom alone. So we now know that Harriet was in the ballroom. John was not in the ballroom. John was in the vault with Vanessa. So Margaret, we know, is the murderer. Let's question her again. How are we supposed to figure out where the murder happened? It wasn't in the ballroom, it wasn't in the vault, and it wasn't in the master bedroom. So it was in one place other than that. But how are we supposed to figure it out? Here's Harriet. Wait, I already talked to you. You were on the other side of the house, and now you're in here. Here's John. All right, we wanted to find you, John. So let's talk to you. I spent the entire evening with Vanessa in the vault. Okay, that's what I thought. That confirms my suspicion that Margaret is the murderer. Now, with all due respect, I'm sick of your meddling. Why don't you just leave well enough alone and go back to wherever it is you came from? Yeah. No, I've already told you. Okay, I'm confused. Harriet seems annoyed by your presence. Okay. We know it wasn't here. We know it wasn't in the ballroom. Could it have been in the bathroom? We're gonna just have to pick a random room. And then figure it out. She's hiding under the bed. Why is she hiding under the bed? I don't know why she's hiding under the bed. Let's question her. Let's question her. Again. Okay. Let's assemble the guests here. We're gonna accuse question. Everyone is waiting with bated breath for your accusation. Okay. Accuse who are we accusing? Margaret. Margaret. In the sewing room. I almost did the sewing room, but I didn't. But I have no real reason why I would have done the sewing room. I haven't figured out what the tell is for the room. The tell for the room is not obvious to me at all. We're in the same, okay. Needlepoint frame. Snifter. Alarm clock. Here's William. Question. Daryl and I spent the entire evening in the master bedroom. Says William. William plus Daryl equals master bedroom. Okay. All right. And now we're going to the ballroom. No one's here. There's a magnifying glass, though. That means we can examine all the objects that we find. Nothing in there. Examine tray. Examine bookend. Question. Daryl and I. Oh, well, you're one of you is. Are you the murderer again, Margaret? Are you like double murderer? It's either you were William, and I'm glad Vanessa's dead. I would have done it myself if I had the chance. Don't expect any help from me, Inspector. Okay, here's Harriet. Examine the flask. It's empty. Let's question Harriet. What is it with you people? Oh, well, there we go. We got another contradiction here. So Margaret is the murderer again. Wait, didn't we already talk to you, Harriet? Weren't you just in the other room? We've already examined the bookend, haven't we? Dang, nobody wants to respond to me this time. John and I spent the entire evening in the kitchen. Okay. All right. So we know it's not the master bedroom, the butler's room, or the kitchen. And we know that Margaret is the murderer. We've already checked the tray. There's nothing in there. So it's got to be one of these things. Examine clock. Examine drill. It's not the drill. We haven't questioned. Whoops. We haven't questioned Daryl yet. I spent the entire evening with William in the master bedroom. Here's Harriet again. Examine snifter. Oh! We found the murder weapon. We found the murder weapon. It is a brandy snifter. I don't know how you would murder somebody with it without it getting broken, but okay. Maybe it's just so thick that it wouldn't actually break. I don't know. Let's examine John. Oh, we can actually examine the guests. I did not know that. Does that mean anything to us? I don't know. I don't know if that means anything or not, but we can examine the guests. All right, we're gonna have to make an accusation. I still don't know how to figure out the room. I think I'm gonna have to go back to the manual and check it out again to see if there's anything else I can figure out. So we are going to what? What are we gonna do? We're gonna assemble, and we're gonna accuse Margaret. Wait, what? Am I spelling Margaret wrong? Margar. What am I doing? Oh, okay. I am spelling it wrong. Dang it! She did it in the sewing room. I thought about going back to the sewing room because she did it in there last time, but I still had no good reason to go there. All right, back to the manual. Let's see if we can find anything else. The thing it says about it is finding the scene of the murder tends to be somewhat difficult since it is rarely possible to examine every inch of the house with your magnifying glass. Fortunately for you, one of the keen-eyed guests will probably notice something amiss at some point during the game. To discover the murder room, you must pay close attention to the behavior of the guests. Ah. So does that mean we need to, like, pay attention to where they were and where they maybe where they, if they leave a room, we have to notice that? Like, maybe they don't actually say anything, but they do something. Okay. Interesting. And then there, apparently at the end, there is a there is kind of a guide, but we're not going to look at that. All right. We're going to try again. Okay, here's Margaret. We're going to question Margaret. Okay, Margaret replies hauntingly. I spent the entire evening alone in the butler's pantry. I don't think, or in the butler's room. I don't think Margaret did it this time. Usually, the guest who is alone didn't do it. The guest who is alone didn't do it. They're the ones that can, but they can contradict somebody. So, okay, I'm gonna pay attention to everything now. Okay, just read the descriptions. Okay, nothing. Oh, here we go. Question William. John and I. John plus William equals master bedroom. Okay. Okay. Keep going. Okay, we got Daryl in here. He's practicing some waltz steps. There's a broken violin. Question. Vanessa and I. Vanessa plus Daryl equals ballroom. Okay. Yes, you can, Finkelroy. Actually, if you use the pick command, it should do it automatically. It should automatically unlock it. Wait, who is this? Oh, Harriet. She draws closer and whispers, Vanessa and I spent the entire... Wait a second. No, you are wrong, Harriet. You are lying. Margaret was in the butler's room all by herself. And you, Vanessa, was with Daryl in the ballroom. So therefore, you are lying. You are lying. All right. John is staring at the floor. A toy train engine lies on the floor next to the bed. Examine train. It's a scale model of the 20th Century Limited. Did we question John? No, we didn't, because we weren't next to him. But we can. Oh, whatever. Whatever, John. He's staring at the floor. Why is he staring at the floor? That's weird. Examine pot. Nope. Examine platter. Nope. Oh no. Hey, there's Margaret. Margaret is not the murderer. Examine violin. It's not the murder weapon. Wait. She's practicing waltz. Oh, examine mirror. Nope. Not the murder weapon. There's Vanessa. She's kneeling in front of the safe. Let's examine the safe. The safe is securely locked. Okay. Examine bank. Not the murder weapon. Examine the snifter. Not the murder weapon. Examine the lamp. There's blood on the lamp. Take the lamp. He's pacing the room, apparently agitated. He's agitated. I wonder why he's agitated. Uh-oh, we're being stalked now. He's staring at the floor. He's staring at the floor here too. Can we look at the floor? No. You can't see what John is looking at from all the way over here. Well, that's interesting. There must be bloodstains on the floor. This must be the scene of the murder. What? What? So this is the right room? All right. Let's do it. Assemble. Accuse. Hair. It. We did it. We did it. She turns around in a state of shock. How did you come to suspect me? Sure, I killed Carlotta and right here in this room. Though how you managed to figure it out, I'll never know. The case is closed after 275 moves. You now rank as a professional sleuth. Wow. Wow, we did it. We did it. Okay, so the hint was when they were apparently looking at the floor or something, you would look at the floor too. I noticed them looking at the floor in several games, and I didn't actually bother like doing it. But then I tried it and it said you have to get closer, and was like, oh, well, that's interesting. All right, so we did it. We did it. Well, that means we're done with this game. I mean, technically we beat it. So this game has one disc. And it requires one disk drive, an 80-column display, and 128 kilobytes of memory. You should be sure to make a backup copy before you proceed with the game. The diskette is not copy protected, so all you need is a blank diskette and your disk copy command. If you are not familiar with the procedures for making backup copies, you should consult your disk operating system manual. To begin, place your backup copy into drive A and then type the word sleuth. So I kind of do want to play it one more time and see if we can like do it again. I mean, we technically did finish the game, but I want to see if we can do it. I want to see if we can consistently win the game each time. Like, is there a random element to it or not? So Gerald. Like, can we do this in the number of moves that we have to do it? Like, every single time? Or not? I'm guessing the answer is no. But, because I think we have a good chance of getting murdered. First, we have to find the magnifying glass, which actually is probably the most random part of this game. A leg of lamb. That's hilarious. A leg of lamb is on the table. Okay, here's David. I spent the entire evening alone in the dining room. Okay, David said he was alone in the dining room. David equals dining room. All right. I need the magnifying glass. There it is. Oh, here's somebody staring at the floor. I spent the entire evening with Gerald in the dining room. Well, that is a lie, Earl. You are lying to me, and I know it, because David was in the dining room, and Gerald was with Edward in the study. So you couldn't have been. So Earl is the murderer, but he's looking at the floor. So that's weird. Let's examine the floor. You don't see anything unusual about the floor. Okay, so in this case, even though he's staring at the floor, there's nothing suspicious there. But we can examine the mirror, which is broken. Okay. Okay, examine the plaque. Examine the lamp. Nothing. We need to find the murder weapon. Examine the dictionary. Nothing in there. So go downstairs. We still haven't found the murder weapon. Oh, there's Victoria. Examine the dish. Nothing. Examine the oboe. Examine oboe. Oh, he's staring at the floor. Examine floor. Nothing unusual about the floor. Okay. Examine decanter. Oh, we found the murder weapon. Take decanter. We got the murder weapon. Maud is also staring at the floor. Ah! We found it again. Okay. Yeah, we did it again. We did it again. All right. Yes, I killed Esther, and now I'm wondering whether murder was too good a fate. I only wish I would have taken care of you as well. Yeah, only 258 moves this time. Yeah, here's. I wonder what the minimum number of moves to solve this game has been. Probably I mean, you could get lucky. This one right here, the one on the one that's like right there. Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that one. Is it actually accessible? So it's like a room we technically could get into? Is there actually a way into it? Really? Sometimes they can be inside. Well, that would be annoying. Oh, it does actually say that in the manual. Now that I'm reading stuff in the there's hints for solving the murder. The room with no obvious entrances can be accessed through a hidden panel in the walls surrounding the room. Interesting. Let's try. Let's mess with it. So there we go. All right. This is a secret corridor which spans the length of the birth of the house. In the dim light, you can make out traces of footprints on the dusty floor. A wooden mallet lies on the floor. Well, there we go. Cool. So it's just like a... Well, how do we get out of it now? Oh. Oh, and we just went somewhere random. Well, that's pretty cool. Let's do that again. I'm gonna do that again. I want to do the exact same thing. Oh, the panel is not in the same place. Well, would you look at that? Let's try it again. There we go. Oh, now we can't get out. I can't get out now. I think I'm stuck. Oh, there we go. And then we end up just out in the hallway. Well, there you go. Okay, well, I mean, this was fun. I enjoyed this game. It was pretty cool.